Welcome, I'm Shel. This is a flow Vinyasa type of practice, something short, sweet, to help warm up the body and get you ready for your day, things like that. So we're actually going to start this practice standing up at the front of the mat. Really just kind of diving into it. So bring your feet at least hip width apart. If this feels a bit wobbly, you just got up, maybe you take your feet a little bit wider, spread out your center of gravity some, but I'm going to start feet hip width apart. Feet face forward, feet are parallel to one another, arms by the sides, palms forward so the shoulders get to roll open, collarbones are broadened, shoulder blades are drawing a little tiny bit closer together. Lengthen up through the spine. Notice if it feels like your chin is sticking far forward. Press your head slightly back in space and notice if your chin is down close to your chest. Lift the chin so it is parallel to the floor. Gaze is forward toward the tip of your nose. Your eyelids might be halfway closed with your gaze down toward the earth, or maybe your eyes are closed. And take a moment just to kind of settle in. If you close your eyes, you might notice your body start to wiggle and move around a little bit. And that is your body trying to figure out where it is in the space now that you've taken away one of the sensory inputs. It's completely normal, completely fine. Notice if you're trying to control that movement, and if you can let it happen naturally, and then start to check in with the rest of your body. Take a moment to scan the mind and connect to your breath, letting your breath set the pace for your practice. And keep in mind, everyone's breath pace is a little bit different, so if mine seems a little too fast, feel free to go slower if that's what your breath needs. If yours feels like it's going a little bit quicker than mine, that's okay too. Breathe in, slowly open your eyes and sweep your arms up by your ears. Arms line about shoulder width apart. Lightly grab your right wrist with your left hand. The next time you breathe in, grow a little bit taller. Reach your right fingertips up toward the ceiling. Hug your belly button toward your spine. Breathe out, bend to the left, guiding your left ribs toward your left hip, lengthening along the right side of your body. If your right shoulder wants to roll down toward the floor, hug your right shoulder back. Breathe in, come up to the middle, part your arms to shoulder width. Breathe out, send weight toward your heels. Let the toes get light, bend into the knees, sit down into a chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe in. And breathe out, sweep your right arm down and back, reach your left arm forward, twist your heart toward the right. Try to keep your left hip in line with your right hip rather than rolling. We're going to keep those hips static. Just move the spine. Breathe in, come up to the middle, arms up by the ears, straighten the legs, reach up high. Breathe out, lightly grab your left wrist with your right hand. Breathe in, grow tall. Breathe out, bend to the right. Same thing, notice if your heart wants to roll down and collapse, kind of like you have a twist in your spine. Gonna roll your right shoulder back, or your left shoulder rather. Breathe in, come up, part the arms. Breathe out, sit into your chair. Take a breath in. And breathe out, sweep the left arm down and back. Reach your right arm forward, twist your heart to the left. So you're twisting from your ribs and your chest. Breathe in, come up to the middle. Breathe out, Utkatasana, hands down onto the thighs. Have a slight grip onto the legs. Breathe in, try to pull your heart forward between your arms, lifting up through your tailbone so you're getting a bit more extension in your spine. And then breathe out, push through the hands, curl into your back, chin to your chest. One more, breathe in, heart comes forward, lift your tailbone up toward the ceiling. Breathe out, round. Breathe in, straighten the legs, find your neutral spine, stack your head on your shoulders, sweep your arms up high. Breathe out, bend into the knees, slide your hands through your heart as you fold. Utkatasana. Breathe in, lift halfway, fingertips to the shins. Lengthen through the top of the head. Use your hands, have a slight energetic pull up toward your knees and feel your heart draw forward. Exhale, fold.
One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Use your hands energetically. Pull up on the shins to guide your heart forward through the arms. Breathe out full. Breathe in, sweep the arms out. Rise up, palms meet. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe in, reach your arms up high. This time, breathe out, sweep your arms out and down. Bend your knees, swan dive to your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out, rise up, palms meet overhead. Maybe you look up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, bend the knees, shift the hips back, sweep the arms out, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart, Samastihi, equal standing pose. Take a breath in, hands up high. Breathe out, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step your left foot back and gently lower your left knee to the earth. Low lunge, breathe in, hands up high, Anjaneyasana. Allow the hips to shift forward and then maybe sink a little toward the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out, twist the ribs toward the right, arms reach out to the horizon. Inhale, come back up to the middle. Exhale, hands come down, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Pause here. Spread the fingers, push the hands down and forward. Allow your tailbone to have a slight lift up toward the place where the wall and ceiling meet. If there is a wall behind you, add some softness to your knees. Hug belly button to spine. Breathe in. Breathe out, step your left foot forward, gently lower your left knee down. Breathe in, hands high, Anjaneyasana. Breathe in. Breathe out, twist the ribs to the left, reach the arms forward and back. Breathe in, hands up to the middle. Breathe out, hands come down, tug the right toes, lift the right knee, step your right foot forward, breathe into your half lift. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, sweep your arms out, rise up, palms meet. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, hands up high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step the left foot back, gently lower the left knee. Breathe in, hands up high. Breathe out, twist to the right, arms to the horizon. Breathe into the middle. Breathe out, hands down, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out, step your left foot forward, gently lower your right knee. Inhale, hands to the sky, lift through the heart, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, twist. Breathe in, come to the middle. Exhale, hands down. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, step your right foot forward. Breathe in, find your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe in. Lift the arms up and part your arms to about shoulder width. Send some weight toward your right foot. Let your left foot get a little bit lighter. Maybe you lift your left heel. Maybe you float your left knee about halfway to the hip. Or maybe it lifts level. Crane pose, Utkatasana. One more breath here. Breathe out. Tip your weight forward from the hip and step your left foot back, planting the left toes in the ball of the foot, hands toward the ceiling. Take a breath in, Crescent Lunge. Breathe out. Twist to the right, arms to the horizon, bend into your left knee. Inhale, come back to the middle. And exhale, hands down. Step your right foot back. Breathe and shift your weight forward to your plank. Breathe out, knees come down. Gently lower to the earth. Hug the elbows toward the ribs. Fingers wide, dig into the mat. Elbows toward the sides. Tops of the feet press into the floor. Breathe in, roll the shoulders. Lift through the heart. Keep the pelvis grounded. Cobra pose. Exhale, gently lower. Breathe in, push into the hands. Come up to the hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left foot steps forward. Breathe in. Rise up to your crescent lunge. Breathe out, hands come down. Step your right foot forward. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, rise up high. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands up high, part the arms shoulder width. Weight goes to the left leg this time. Right heel might lift. Right knee might float. Engaging the outer left hip, the left glute. Breathe out. Tip your weight forward so you can step your right foot gently back, bend into your left knee. Hands up to the sky, breathe in. Breathe out, twist to the left, arms to the rise and bend the right knee. Breathe in, come back to the middle. And breathe out, hands come down. Step your left foot back, down dog. Breathe in, shift to plank. Breathe out, knees down, lower. Inhale, roll the shoulders, lift the heart, pelvis stays down. Cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands and knees, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out, step your right foot forward. Breathe in, rise up, crescent lunge. Ashta Chandrasana. Exhale, hands down, step your left foot forward. Breathe in, lift halfway. And breathe out, fold. Breathe in, sweep up, rise. Breathe out, hands to the heart. Feet can remain hip width apart, or you can shift your feet so your big toes touch, and there's a slight wedge of space, a triangle between the big toe mound of your feet and your heels, so they're slightly turned in. Breathe in, sweep your arms up high. And breathe out, shift weight toward your heels, bend into your knees, sit into a chair, find your Utkatasana. Brace into your left leg. So maybe you take your left hand to your left hip, push hand into hip, hip into hand, and then take your left arm back up by your left ear. Sending some weight toward that left leg. Breathe in, lift your right heel. Then maybe cross your right ankle in front of your left shin, your right thigh over your left. Maybe you find a double wrap. And then sweep your arms out, cross right arm under the left. Hook the forearms, lift the elbows up, and press the elbows away from you. Garudasana, eagle pose. Squeeze the legs toward each other. Push into your left leg. Breathe in, unwind the legs, unwind the arms, come up to your crane pose. Breathe out. Left arm goes forward, right arm back, twist. Breathe in, come back to the middle. Breathe out, palms together, hands to heart, right foot comes down. Breathe in, sweep your arms up high. And exhale, fold. Breathe in, lift halfway. And breathe out, full. Breathe in, arms out, rise up, palms come together. Maybe you look up at your thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in, arms up high. Breathe out, sit into your chair. Brace the right leg, maybe hand to hip, hip into hand, hand into hip. Find that engagement. Root down into your right foot. Send some weight to it. Breathe in, lift your left heel. Can cross low, so toes stay grounded. Can cross up higher. Maybe your double wrap. Left arm sweeps under the right. If hooking the forearms is uncomfortable, maybe you grab your shoulders. If there's not enough space for that, totally fine. You can grab elbows. Woo! Press into your right foot. Breathe in, straighten your right leg. Unwind the arms, left knee level with the hip. Breathe out, twist to the left, arms to the horizon, right hand forward, left hand back. Breathe in, come back forward. Breathe out, hands to heart, left foot down. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Fingertips to the floor, palms to the floor, or fingertips or palms to a block, heel toe your feet wide. About as wide as your mat, heels and toes out. Breathe in, lengthen through your spine. Breathe out, bend into your knees, squat down into Malasana. Palms come together, elbows hook in front of the legs into the inner thigh. Press the elbows into the legs. Breathe out, sit your bum down. Bring your feet to the mat in front of you. Reach your hands forward, breathe in, grow tall. Breathe out, slowly start to lean back. Take your time to lower onto your back. Walk your feet a little closer to you. Heels do not need to touch the glutes. Feet can be slightly wider than hip distance. Palms down by the sides, shoulders pressed down toward the earth. Maybe even slide your shoulder blades a little closer together underneath your back. Pause for a moment. Letting neutrality come into your spine by finding the natural curves of it. So maybe you notice that you have a big lift in the lower back. That's not quite natural for you. So you press your low back slightly down. Maybe your low back is pressed really heavy down into the floor. There's this deep scoop of the tailbone. And you actually tilt your tailbone down slightly toward the earth. Maybe your chin is lifted up really high, or maybe it's down really close to your chest. You're going to try to feel a slight curve of the neck, and almost like you're getting your chin on the same level as your forehead. That can take some getting used to. Flip your palms down by your hips. Start to press down into the balls of the feet and the heels of your feet. Press your shoulders down toward the floor. Breathe in and start to scoop your tailbone toward the bend in your knees as you lift your hips up toward the sky. Bridge to pose, set to Bandhasana. Keep pressing the upper arm down and the elbows. Lift the forearms away from the mat like you have robot arms. And breathe out gently and lower your hips down. Lower the forearms. Once more, press into the feet, press the shoulders down, scoop the tailbone, breathe in, lift the hips. This time you could do robot arms, or maybe you wrap your fingers around the outer edges of your mat. Try to pull your mat down toward your heels, or maybe you wiggle your shoulders a little closer. Interlace your fingers and press the palm or the pinky side of the hand down into the earth. Press into the feet. Maybe you lift your hips a little bit higher. Engage your glutes. Squeeze your hamstrings, inner thighs, hug toward each other. Core is slightly engaged to help protect your spine, your lower back, your pelvis. creating stability. Breathe out, release the hands, slide the shoulders slightly out, and gently lower your hips. Pause here one more time, finding your natural curves. Breathe in, slide your left leg long. Bring your right knee in toward your chest, grab a hold of the shin or the back of the thigh, hug the leg a little bit closer to you. Slide your left hand to the outside of your right knee, reach your right arm out to the side, and let your right knee start to hover directly over your right hip. So you're creating a 90-degree angle with your leg and your torso. Breath in. Breathe out. Start to guide your right knee across your body over toward the left. Right arm reaches long behind you. Right shoulder presses toward the floor behind you. Breathe in, come up to the middle. Send your right leg long and your left knee in toward your chest. Hug the knee. And slide your left knee to the outside, or right hand to the outside of the left leg. Left arm reaches long. Allow your left knee to shift over your left hip. Breathe in. And breathe out. Guide your left knee across your body to the right to find your twist. Supta Matsyendrasana, supine Lord of the Fishes, half Lord of the Fishes. Breathe in, roll onto your back. Guide both knees into your chest. Wrap the arms around the shins or the backs of the thighs. Lift the head toward the knees. Squeeze. Create tension in your body. Scrunch up your face. Flex through your feet. Engage your toes. Hug the arms tightly around the legs. Hold all of that energy in you for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let all of that go. And maybe you lie on your back and you start to rest for a few minutes. Maybe you sit up, take some seated meditation. Maybe you did this in the morning to get your day started and you have things to do. But thank you so much for letting me share this practice with you. Have a good rest of your day.